What is up? Welcome to Drifting into Freedom. First of all, I just want to say Happy New Year to all of you out there. I hope that your 2025 is going to be an awesome year. Can I get an amen? Yes. Let's start this year off on some positive vibes. So I'm sending y'all some positive vibes out there. If you saw my latest video, just recently I decided that I am not going back to the traditional 9 to 5. Instead, I decided that I want to go ahead and work for myself in regards to building up my YouTube channel. Now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with having a traditional 9 to 5, but you just don't want to get too comfortable if you do have one. You just want to use your job so that you're able to create more opportunities. Because one thing that I have learned about working in corporate America, you don't want to put all your eggs, or in this case, your dreams into one basket thinking, oh, well, my company's safe, they'll never lay me off, or I'm the hardest worker at my company and they're never going to lay me off or fire me. Well, you can be all of these things and still get laid off or fired, especially when it comes down to corporate America. Because believe me, that's what I thought for years. And then one day I get an email from HR after lunch asking me to come join some meeting. Next thing you know, we're all on a call and they're telling us we got laid off. So I don't care how hard you work, how many years you put in. When you are working for someone else, your job is not safe because you're just a number. You're easily replaced. So you want to make sure at least that you have some type of backup plan in regards to your future. In 2024, more than 130 jobs were cut across 457 companies, according to Independent Layoffs Tracker. And this was only 2024. And as you can see, the clock is already ticking for 2025, and we're just getting started. Now, I'm not here to scare you. I just want y'all to have a backup plan. After spending the last 10 years of my life making someone else rich, also that I could be replaced by someone else who they could probably pay at a cheaper salary, I decided I'm done with corporate America. Moving forward, like I said, I'm working for myself. Like our community member Julia Spencer said, I will fight tooth and nails before I start working for someone else again. And Julia, believe me, we hear you out there. I am right there with you, believe me. And one of the things that led me to not wanting to go back to corporate America at all was I was actually working with someone who actually got laid off last year twice. And we're talking within months of each other with the same company. And after I saw that, I'm thinking to myself, how do you get laid off twice in 1 year with the same company? And I just thought to myself, nope, I'm done with corporate America. That pretty much was my last draw. I would rather take a risk on myself versus me putting my hopes and dream into another company ever again. In regards to that situation, that told me everything I needed to know. I was replaceable. I was just a number. Goodbye, Tiffany. Push a button. They already hired somebody new. So I said to myself, nope. Whether you've been recently laid off, struggling to pay your bills, or just trying to survive the day-to-day, these moments remind us that we can't control everything, and sometimes that's okay. Believe me, after I was laid off, my faith was tested. And I always make this joke, or at least I can laugh about it now. My car and career ended in the same month. Isn't that crazy? Like, really? How is this all happening in the same month? But it did. And you want to know the craziest part? I actually bought my car for my job because at the time I was living in South Carolina. As you can see, y'all, I have state commitment issues. I can't commit to a state. I'm always moving all over the place. But yeah, so at the time, my job where I was working was in South Carolina, so I had to buy a car. So my car was literally 10 years old, and between my car and my job lifespan, just completely completely gone within 1 month. But like I said, everything happens for a reason. And if you're a planner like myself, you can plan till you're blue in the face. But guess what? Nothing is ever set in stone or guaranteed. Sometimes life is going to throw you into a completely different direction than the path that you thought you were supposed to stay on. Picture this, you're on a dream trip. Everything's planned down to the minute. And then boom, Mother Nature decides to show up. Like that one time I was camping at Big Ben expecting sunshine and my tent got completely destroyed. Yeah, that one time. Now, what I learned from that situation was sometimes you just gotta embrace the rain and make the best out of it. Because sometimes things aren't gonna always go according to our plans. One of my favorite Bible verses that I love, because it's all about planning. For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They're plans for good and not for disaster, to give you future and to give you hope. Sometimes we could do all the planning in the world and all it takes is one shift and that plan is completely unraveled. I thought I was gonna stay with my job at least for another 5 to 10 years. Because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I had no intention of staying with my job long term. So my goal was to always work at least another 5 to 10 years. Let me tell you, a couple years ago, I discovered FIRE, which is Financial Independence, Retire Early. It's this idea of retiring earlier so that you can travel or really start living your life versus retiring at the traditional age of 67. And after I figured out you could retire early, my heart was set on, we gotta get there. So my goal was always to retire early and start living my best life. So once I discovered FIRE, I was like, my mind was like set. So I never had the goal of staying at my job another 10, 20, 30 years. It was always to do what I needed to do and get out. So, of course, with me getting laid off, that kind of changed the course of things. But that's okay, because we're going to make it work. Now, your shift may be moving into your car, buying a new house, or starting a new position, or even traveling. Snap, snap. I see you travelers out there planning your next trip. And as much as we try to plan everything to the T, something is always happening, right? Yeah. Especially when we're in that moment where everything was going wonderful and then all of a sudden, boom! It's like, whoa, what is going on here? It's crazy because it happens out of nowhere. Could me losing my job be a blessing in disguise? Absolutely. It wasn't my original path or plan, but like I said, everything happens for a reason. Believe me, if you would have asked me a decade ago would I have quit my job to become a full-time content creator, y'all, I would have looked at y'all like y'all was crazy, cuckoo. Like, what? Is that even a real job? But let's just say content creation has come a long way. It's the new way to make income for a lot of people. About 2 years ago, I remember applying for I must have applied for over 16 jobs, y'all. 16. And I just remember just getting turned down for all of these jobs and I couldn't understand why. And I'm like, this is insane. Like, I have a lot of experience. Why do I keep getting turned down? And what it boiled down to was, if I would have gotten another office job, I probably wouldn't have started my YouTube channel, which means that I probably wouldn't have been able to go on that really cool adventure with y'all. So the fact that the position that I really wanted, which was the remote position at that time, that door opened up. It was like, wow, everything happened the way it was designed to happen. In that moment, I was frustrated because I kept getting turned down on all of these jobs, but It was all because the job that was waiting for me was the job that I wanted all along at that time, which was the remote position, because the remote position ended up giving me more freedom in terms of me being able to travel around the US. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I have absolutely no complaints. If something is meant to happen, I don't care if it's hail, sleet, snow. It could even be the Great Wall of China trying to block your blessing. But guess what? It's only temporary. Because if it's meant for you, that door is going to open up when the time is right. And nothing can block that door from staying closed. Because let me tell you, when that door comes swinging open, y'all better be ready. Anything is possible. If you believe it, anything can happen. Although I lost my job a couple of months, guess what? I woke up this morning. I'm talking to you, all my cool friends out there, y'all, and family. I'm grateful for a roof over my head. I have food to eat. I am so grateful to be sitting here talking to y'all today. For the things we can't control, just pray about it and move on. Otherwise, it's going to stress you out. And believe me, it's not worth losing sleep over it. Believe me, I know. Because I tried stressing over stuff I had no control over. And the next thing you know, I'm losing sleep, stressed out all the time. It's not worth it. Just let it go. Focus on things that you can control, and believe me, it's all going to work out. Now, although my blessing in disguise came with one door completely closing, staying locked and shut, which was me losing my job, how about this? How about we all write our new episode, season 1, starting in 2025? Because this is your year. Claim it. Just saying. Claim it, claim it, claim it. We may not know in the moment why so many bad things are happening, but believe me, it's all by design. It's all by plan. So stay focused out there. And again, if it's meant to happen, it's going to happen. Everything will start to unveil itself. You'll see. And remember, you got this. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel as we drift into freedom together. See you soon. Now that it's 2025, it's time to get our visions right. Time to make a vision board. See you in the next video.